If you're in sales like me, congratulations on finishing Q2 and welcome to Q3. Just like that, we're already in a new month, start of July, and the year is about halfway over, which doesn't even really make sense. 2021 is moving fast, and if you watch until the end of this video, I'm gonna talk about my plan for making Q3 the best quarter of my life, and ultimately the purpose of this channel is to help you become a better salesperson, to help you find more success sooner rather than later. So it's really important to think about where are you at today and where do you want to go. I just spent the last 30 minutes journaling and writing down my thoughts as to what went well in Q2 and what I need to improve upon. No matter how good you are, no matter how successful you become, it's really important to have self-awareness and self-reflection so you can start to continuously improve and just become a better human, person, and sales professional. This channel was created for sales professionals like you, so if you're in sales, make sure to subscribe to the channel now and leave a like below if you are excited for Q3. Get the threes in the chat down below. When I look back at Q2, so I'm an account executive in software sales. I started as an SDR. You guys have seen so many of my videos talking about cold calling, over 40,000 cold calls under my belt, how to promote sooner rather than later, how to find your dream sales job. And after years of hard work, I've worked my way up to an account executive. I'm still ramping, and in 2Q 2021, this past quarter, I closed $119,000 of net new business. Think about that. Out of the air, poof, I generated $119,000 of net new business. That's a lot of money, and when I reflect on that quarter, it was my biggest and best yet. The previous quarter, I had closed $88,000, so I made about a $30K jump to $19,000. It's a big deal. It was about 200% of my ramping quota, and I was super proud of myself because I had never exceeded the $100,000 and the 6-digit club to become an account executive. It's a milestone that I've been wanting to get to, and it felt good to get past that and prove to myself that I have what it takes, because I think a lot of you out there who are SDRs, a concern, at least I had, and I'm sure many of you are thinking, is will my skill set translate from SDR to account executive? And I can say for me, it has, because anytime I don't know what's going on, anytime I'm trying to figure out how to make things happen, I just rely on prospecting. I go make cold calls, I go generate pipeline, and the rest takes care of itself. When I think about what went well in second quarter, I think by me sharing my experience, both positive and negative, and really my goals and the plan I put together, it's gonna help you look at and identify how should you self-reflect, how should you think about where you're at, because it doesn't matter what I want, it doesn't matter where I'm at. All that matters is what you want. All that matters is where you're at and where you're trying to go. And the reason why I don't have a TV behind me, the reason why I make videos on YouTube every day is because I'm obsessed with self-growth, development, reflecting, becoming the best person that Trent can be. I don't always talk in third person, but I'm trying to become the best person I can be. And I believe that will lead to my success. So you should think about how can you become the best person. And it starts with watching videos like this. When I look back in the second quarter, what went well is a lot of activity. I had a lot of activity, I had a lot of efforts. I tell you guys all the time, the quickest way to find more success sooner rather than later and to become a better salesperson is to take extreme action. Go make more calls, go show up early, go leave late. Anytime you feel like, you know what, today I just don't have it, I just don't have gas in the tank, that's when you need to double down. That's when you need to approach the day as if your life depends on it and that you're going into war, and you say, I got these meetings today, I don't really know what's going on, I don't know how to do this, I feel like I'm not creative enough to come up with a solution here, oh, I gotta learn how to go demo that. Anytime you have those feelings, that's good, because the more successful you become, the newer problems you're gonna have, and new problems are good problems. So figure out how can you take more activity, and the rest will start taking care of itself. And that's what I felt at many times throughout the quarters. I would have days where I would come in and say, oh, I just have so much to do today. I just don't know if I want to do it. I just want an easy day. And the more hard days like that I had, the closer it got me to my revenue goal. So I put on a lot of activity. I think that was a good thing. I think that was the key good thing I had. When I look at my areas for opportunity and development, the number one glaring area that I really learned, the lesson I learned, and this is something you'll identify as an account executive, is not getting too overly invested and too emotional into deals. One of the very first deals I started working was with a credit union. I had been working the sales cycle for about 6 to 8 months. I got a verbal commit from my prospect. They said, Trent, we're going with your company. We choose you. I started going through the vendor process, and I had accounted for that. It was $20,000 of net new business. It was a really big deal. And at the very last second, out of the blue, my prospect calls me and she says, Trent, we're not going with you guys anymore. And I was devastated. And when I say I felt like I had a death in the family, that was the level of disappointment I felt, and it impacted me. It impacted me the rest of that day. I was upset, and it made me question myself because I said, I did everything right here, and it still didn't work out. And that's when I realized that the stress you feel, there's no point in feeling like that, and that's something that you will experience. Everyone I talk to in sales, a lot of people don't like this, and they actually switch to customer success or marketing because they don't like to deal with this. It's something you got to deal with, but it's that stress of uncertainty and not knowing what's going to happen. Naturally, we want to feel like we can control everything, and sales is a probability game. You can increase your probability of winning only to a certain point, and then at the very end, you could just have like an accident, some circumstance out of your control, and it can happen, and it can be devastating. And I was so devastated that I vowed to be unemotional, to look at these deals and say, look, here's how we help, here's the value, do you want to do it? Yes or no? And if you don't want to do it, that's fine, just let me know. I'm looking for the red flags so I can disqualify other people because I don't want to waste their time and I don't want to waste my time. And that's something you're going to need to learn in sales. I learned it the hard way, so hopefully by listening to my experience, it will help you in some way. The other area for opportunity that I would encourage you to think about, and something I'm thinking about, something that I wrote down, is seeking out coaching, seeking out development opportunities. This is something I really appreciate my manager for. She's great. And she says, Trent, these are the areas you can work on. This is how you can get better. And we show up to our coaching and we say, okay, I need to get better in negotiation. What specifically should I be doing? And then we role play. I have a problem, a tendency to give out discounts really fast, and I won't ask for anything in return. So I now learned, hey, it sounds like you want a reduction of price. If we're able to get you a discount, does that mean you will be able to sign by XYZ date? Give a specific deadline. And it's just negotiation nuances like that I had no experience in doing, and now that I've learned the hard way by losing deals and by having difficulty, now I've identified those as gaps in my game, and it's something that I'm going to work on. Think of yourself as a basketball player, as an athlete. If you're Ben Simmons and you're going into the off season, what do you need to work on? It's shooting. As a sales rep, if you don't know how to cold call, as a sales rep, if you don't know how to demo, as a sales rep, if you're not as strong at discovery and building value, identify that and recognize, look, if I get better there, that's going to increase my ability to find more success. So quarter after quarter, you got to reflect what's going well, what's not going well, and then put together a plan to go improve. And go journal, go get out a piece of paper, write down the date, and write down what's going on in your head, because we all got these thoughts up here. If you put it on paper, it will make you feel better, and it will make it seem more tangible to go out and accomplish. The last part of the video I want to talk about is goal setting. It's really important to be crystal clear as to what you want. This is the advice I give everyone, and I say, figure out what do you want. And I was actually reading over this page right here. It was from reading, the book is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, that's right. And it says, what do you desire? That's the first question, and these were notes I took. What do you desire? The answer to this question is the starting point to any achievement. So you need to identify, what do you actually want? Success requires no apologies. Failure permits no alibis. You must have a burning desire for something. That's something which recognizes no such word as impossible and accepts no such reality as failure. Really, that's just a cool way of saying, figure out what you want and go for it. And when I think about my life, and at age 25, where I'm at and what I value, and I recognize it's different for everyone, things change over time, but right now I care about work, health, relationships. So that's how I structure my goals. I wrote down priority number 1, Qualtrics growth. This is career growth. My short-term goal is to promote to the next level account executive. My long-term goal is to become the CEO. And that's my dream, and that's my long-term goal that is my North Star, and that's what my actions are working towards day in and day out. And I recognize that that's probably a 20-year goal, but it's something that will always keep me fired up in that burning desire to work towards. Priority number 2, YouTube growth. Short-term goal, generate $100 in revenue per day. $100 in revenue results in about over $30,000 in annual income, which pays for all of my expenses, rent, food, going out, entertainment, and that's where I want it to be, so that I can save all of my career income. Long-term goal, I want the YouTube channel. It's not that I want. The YouTube channel income will exceed my career income. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of time. I don't know how long it's going to take. I think it will take 2 to 4 years. That's my long-term goal with this channel. So make sure to leave a like below, drop a comment, subscribe, help with the algorithm, because we need a little bit more viewership to get these numbers up. Priority number 3, health. This is physical and this is mental. Short-term goal, work out 4 times a week and run 10 miles every Saturday. Every Saturday I run at least 10 miles, usually more. Long-term goal, run a marathon. Physically working out is mentally recharging for me as well. So that helps my mental health and my physical health. So it's something I need to do. And then I'm gonna leave it at that. Priority number 4. This is a new priority. This is something that I've started to reveal more, be a bit more open, candid, honest with you guys, is relationships. This is the part of my life I struggle with. This is where my friends tell me, you gotta be better at this. And this is where I recognize that I'm losing out on potential fulfillment, is from a relationship standpoint. My short-term goal is to do 1 social activity per week. That was something I just came up with, and that social activity, I'm not sure if I'd classify that as drinking White Claws at the pool on Saturday, because that's what I usually do, but I need to get myself out there. I need to meet people. I need to start dating around. I need to call friends and family more, and that's just something I'm trying to work on. That's my short-term goal, and something I need to take more action on, which is the feedback I give you guys for your career. And the long-term goal is to get a girlfriend. I've never had a girlfriend. I don't know what that feels like. I know that by having a partner, that will elevate me, so it's something I'm focused on. It's a priority of mine. It's written down. Will I get a girlfriend, or will I become a CEO first? That is the question I'm gonna leave you guys with. Regardless, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope this exercise in where I'm at, how I'm reflecting, helps you in some way, shape, or form, because it's all about thinking about where are you at and where do you want to go. And we're all at different stages in life. We're all at different moments in time. Where you're at today will be entirely different than where you're at in 5 years. So just know that things can change. You can really improve a lot in a short period of time. So it all starts with, what do you want? What are you willing to give up? Where are you at today? And by journaling, by thinking about your Q2, did you hit, did you not hit? Don't let that define you. And put together a clear plan so that Q3 is the best quarter of your entire life, and it gets you closer to your goals, dreams, and desires. Have a great rest of the day. Have a great quarter, a great start to July, and I'll see you in the next video.